Hello everyone, it is me, Yi King, and we are finally back with another Baku-Haul. Yep, now Legacy one, just a Baku-Haul, because we finally got some more Reboot stuff. Basically, long story short, I was buying some Legacy stuff, which is only a couple items, and to kind of make it worth my while, I decided to get the box of Reboot stuff, because it made the price a bit more easier to go for. Don't get me wrong, I still like this stuff, just felt better instead of a couple items. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I like paying for Legacy stuff, but it was like a box of Reboot stuff for like 10, so I didn't mind going for it, because even if they're worth like a buck each, I still got more than 10, so technically I'm fine. That's why I started getting the Reboot stuff, so that's why we have another Baku-Haul. Finally, after so long, honestly, I thought that one was just gonna be a one and done video. I mean, I didn't mind getting more Reboot stuff, just like, hey. So yeah, since we have a couple Legacy items, we're just gonna go through Legacy stuff first, and then we get into the Reboot stuff. We only have like 4 Legacy items. It was gonna be 5, but where I was buying from, they said they still had one item available, but then told me they forgot to say it was unavailable. So I was like, whatever, it's understandable. So it was supposed to be 5 Legacy items, but it's just 4. For both Legacy and Reboot stuff, they didn't come with character cards, cores, or gate cards or ability cards, so I'm just using my own Baku cores and my own gate card for the openings. So yeah, this is my own gate card for my collection. It's just a Super Nerd HSP gate card if you're curious. So let's get started. First up, we have from season 1, the B1s. We have this one, which, I mean, it was open on the picture, or I just didn't notice it, but I think I was just too happy to see this guy because I really wanted it in my collection. So I don't mind if it's a little bit scuffed up. But yeah, let's roll it. Bakugan ball. Whoa. Bakugan ball. Can you magnetize? They've been in the box for a while. Bakugan ball. There we go. Pirates B1 Prayer Stan. Oh wow, that's actually kind of cool. He stood on the attribute logo, that's cool. But yeah, he has a G-Power 350. He has some manual bits. And he does have the open magnets. Some B1s did get closed magnets. I think, like, by the end of B1, that's when they did closed magnets. Obviously, B2 was advertised having the magnets closed. But let's go through his attributes. So obviously, he can be Pyrus. He can be Ventus. Or you can be Darkest, and that's it. Honestly, interesting selection, I will admit. But now I can pair well with my Pyrus Elfin, which is my second favorite from New Vishora. And then my first one is Chaos Spindle, the Max's colors. And then my third favorite is Subterra Night Pestle for New Vishora. But yeah, pretty cool. Well, that's it for Battle Balls. Now we're going straight to Mectanium Surge. So first we have, I guess it's kind of like an accessories piece, because when it comes to like the background stuff, if they have like accessories, like battle gears or traps, I would show that first, then the balls. But first we finally have a Mectagon, but it actually came semi-sealed. Like, it came in like this kind of box. So I mean, obviously you know the name because I'm showing it right now, but even if you didn't, you still can guess. But yeah, we got Subterra Exo Striker. Which apparently it's kind of funny because one of my friends, I'm not ripping on him, it's sort of understandable. But one of my friends said that pieces from Octavius to show and he came in Darkest because of that big bundle pack. They didn't realize that they came in multiple attribute releases. Neither did I. But I always wanted a Mectagon. Actually, like, I remember for my regular, I was playing by Ventus Zenfron and Subterra Jusil. I just never got around to it. Maybe if they're still up in the future, I'll buy them, or it'll be from someone else to buy them from. But those are 2 Mectagons I want. And then there's like a Mectagon Titan that has like interesting eyes. Like, it has those weird alien eyes where they're just like noodles and then the eyeballs are top. I forget what the name of it is. I think it's like, I know it's not Vexos, but it starts with a V or something. But yeah, so they're articulated, so like you can move the arms around and the legs, and I think you get a little bit of, you can kind of move the legs up and down here, but it also has like ankle pivot. Well, you can move the toes up and down. But it would come with a Mectagon activator card, but obviously it didn't, but you can still use gate cards, or I guess Baku-Haul really, but obviously I'm going to use a gate card. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I know people weren't really a fan of Baku Nanos, and I know some people also liked Nanos and Mectagons and Mectagon Titans, but I think a handful of people didn't. But I'm in the other group that actually like the Nanos, the Mectagons and Mectagon Titans. I think they look cool. But let's activate it. Subterra Exo Striker, stand. Stand. There we go. Oh, these manual. Rah, I'm scary now. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, okay, G-Power's right there, so you get plus 200 Gs. But since Mectagons do have an attribute, let's see, Subterra, you can only use these with the attribute of a Bakugan. So, like, I can use this for my Subterra Krakenoid, for example. Or if I change, like, let's say I was doing this with my Pies Praise, and let's say he stood on Subterra, even though he doesn't come with a Subterra in his rule. Let's just say, for example purposes, he did. Then I could also use him with that for that battle. So yeah, it's just a matter of matching it. But yeah, Exo Striker looks kind of cool. Of course, I do really want, I forget the name of it, but it's part of McTavish' shirt also. But it has some ones that has like giant like blades on top of its head. I really want that one in my collection. Preferably Pirates, probably because it came in that in the show and it looked cool, but I don't think it did. But yeah, it has like giant missiles here, so it'd be like pew pew bang bang. Honestly, I thought these would pop out too. I didn't realize they came in manual parts. But these are holes, so you can put them onto your Mectagon. Because apparently the ruling for Bakunanos is, if you use them on a Bakugan or anything else, they get destroyed. You can't use them for the rest of the game unless you have a card that can call them back. But if you use them on a Mectagon or Mectagon Titan, at least not for those two, maybe for Mobile Assaults you might be able to also get away with. I'm 50-50 that I went, but I know for Mectagons and Mectagon Titans, if you use a Bakunano of them, they can be reused when you use the Mectagon. Oh, he has waist articulation, dude. It's like a transformer. But yeah, pretty cool. I mean, I can see why people didn't really like it, because you don't get much of a pop-out action. They're mostly just giant articulated figures. But I think they look cool. Oh yeah, Box of Ages 5 them up for a Mectagon, so that's pretty cool. I will keep him open though. Of course, he sometimes have a struggle standing up. And now on to the balls for MS. Up first we have this one, which is a Sky Raider. I do have some Sky Raiders that can't jump, others can. Like the only Sky Raider in my collection that can jump right now is my Darkest Lava Storm Fusion Dragonoid. So I don't know if this one can or not, but it's not the end of the world. I didn't know I picked up Corridor because it was cheap, and I also just wanted it because it was a cheap Sky Raider, but also looked cool in Aquas. Also funny enough, myself I did have a Subtail Corridor, but that one was sold, but I thought it was available. I just didn't realize it said sold. I was filtering between both options. But yeah, pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna move you two off to the side in case he crashes. Alright, let's do this, and I'm just gonna raise up the camera so I can catch this if it does jump. Bakugan ball. Whoa! Okay, that actually got me. Bakugan ball. Whoa! But yeah, it's the Lava Storm Jacko stand. Actually, if I look enough, my regular had a Pirates Lava Storm Jacko for sale a while ago because I missed out on that one. But yeah, okay. I was told to like try to preserve the longevity is to try and keep them open, so he will also be staying open. But yeah, where's your G's? Those are covered. Oh, I guess I could bring down the camera. Subtitle Lava Storm does look cool though, I will admit. It's kind of like an orange magma effect. You have to have a G power. Oh, okay, it's right there on your chest. Wait. Okay, so you have 1,010 Gs. Wow, you're a strong boy. Then again, like the first half of MS was kind of weak. The second half was where it really started to get interesting. But yeah, that was quite a jump and a half. Alright, so I can put everything back because the other one, because the rest for MS are not Sky Raiders. I know, spoilies, but whatever. And then lastly for MS, we got this one, which this is my third favorite Bakugan from Mectanium Surge of all time. It's just so beautiful. I tell you one of my first two favorites out when I open it, but Bakugan Ball. Okay, that was on me. I did like a very depressing ball. I don't blame him for that. Bakugan Ball. Okay, that one's also on me. I did miss. Bakugan Ball. Okay, now that one's just on the ball. Bakugan Ball. Aw, do you have a dud? It's okay if you're a dud. I still love you. Nope, you're all fine. Pirates Madison Stan. Well, Pirates Lava Storm Madison. Yeah, it's a bit interesting because with Lava Storm, they're like different between all the rest of the attributes, but then for Pirates, it's like a completely different color design. But yeah, my giant piracy chicken. How many G's do you have? Oh, cool, 1,020. You're stronger than Jaguar by 10. But yeah, like I said, if you want to know my top 3 favorite for MS, up first is Subterra Krakenoid, which is also my guardian for MS. Then my second favorite is Darkest Titanium, which I almost got one once for dirt cheap because it was missing one of its legs, which I didn't really care about. But then it got sold before I could buy it. Because I had to I forget, oh yeah. I was trying to do something and it got sold underneath me, which is whatever sometimes happens in the world of eBay. And then my third favorite is obviously Pirates Lava Storm Madison. I do plan on getting a Pirates, because Rockstar did get released in Pirates Lava Storm, so I do plan on getting that one so I could do the full wombo combo. You have some extra bits. If I can get them out. So I don't think he's a dad, I think I was just sucking at his rolling. I say dad because like the mag, like he can stand on the card but it doesn't open. But yeah, he has some extra, like for his manual bits, this piece is manual, his legs and the top of his wings are. Is your jaw a manual? Oh, your jaw is manual. Okay, so that's like 2, 4, 6 points of manual articulation for him. I don't think you really do much to like set him up to combine with Rockstar. Like maybe you close in the manual parts of his wings, but all you gotta do is just like stick him onto Rockstar and call it a day. Like I think Rockstar is the only one that's actually involved with getting into the combined forms, because the rest you just either like flip upside down or you just stack on top of each other. Like when it comes to Jaguars, you just kind of stack his buddies on top of him and below him and call it a day. Like you just like stack them on top of each other, you just flip them upside down. Like I think Rockstar is generally like the most involved because you actually gotta like fully extend out his legs. Because when you pop it open, he's like curled, so then you like bring them all the way out, which I think is actually doing something involved instead of just like flipping or stacking them on top of each other. But yeah, that's it for the legacy stuff. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be much. Like there was supposed to be 5, which I don't know if I said or not, but the 5th one was going to be a Pirates B1 Translucent Centipede, which I missed out on. Which it was sort of dirt cheap, so I don't really see the translucent ones. I see the solid color lots, so that's probably why I saw because it was so dirt cheap. But yeah, bye bye GeekPod. Now on to the reboot stuff. So hello Baku-Cores. This one's a -3 for a Green Fist, plus 500 magic. Oh yeah, these are my own cores by the way. Plus 400 to Darkest and Pirates for orange. Another magic shield, that's a 650. Red Fist for 250 plus 3. Oh, I need another one. And then we have a magic plus 6. And I need one more core. Let me get this one. We have Helix, less DNA. I mean, it's called Helix, but sometimes people call it DNA. -2 plus 5. And yeah. Alright, so let's get started. we can start with these ones. So first we're going to do Chaos because it contains a season 2 Bakugan, but that's it. The rest are season 1. I know spoilers, but I don't really. I mean, like, it's like whatever. So we're just gonna show off the only season 2 one. That's why we're doing Chaos first. But we have this one, which is an Ultra, but they don't jump as high as the Sky Raider, which is probably why they last longer because they don't use as strong magnets. I'm just gonna move my guys back a bit so they don't hit something. But Bakugan Ball. Whoa, okay, that jumped off to the side, but Pi's Pegachic's Ultra stand. I gotta have it over here. Cause I gotta tip the camera bit off to the side, cause when it comes to the reboot stuff, I like prop up the gate card. I mean not gate card, character cards. But yeah. I don't like Chaos Pegachic's, so it's like one of the ones with more manual pieces. Like for the Ultra. Like you stick out her wings. She has hooves. Yeah, here she is in all her glory. And this one is rocking a B power. So you see from the gate card, but I'm looking for it for myself. But this one's a B power 500. Yeah, like sees a G. Wow. The reboot, the B's. I forget what the G's and G power stands for. If I can remember, I'll look it up and see what G power stands for. If not, well then you can leave an answer in the comments. Alright, well that's it for season 2. Everything else is from season 1. Up next we have this one, which I did get in my last Baku-Haul, believe it or not. So I don't know what this one is, plus I can just tell by the shape. Look, when it comes to Reboot, I can tell like 99% of them. Sometimes I forget because it's been a while since I see the ball form, but I can tell like 99% of them. But Bakugan Ball. Chaos Titanium stand. Yeah, I got this one plus an Aquas Ultra my last Baku-Haul. But yeah, it's just a little turtle. B Power 200. But I really want the Pirates one and Darkest one, but most of Pirates because I think it looks cute in the toy form. Darkest just because it looks cool as a Darkest boy. Alright, next up we have this, which is a diamond. I mean, you can already tell by looking at the ball form, but it's kind of funny because I remember when Armored Alliance got released, and when there was like, and for the Ultras, because for the first wave or two for the Armored packs, where it's just like you had an Ultra plus the Battle Gear, I mean Baku Gear, when you got that for the Chaos one, since they were translucent white, scalpers thought they were diamonds, so they bought them all, not realizing they were basic ones, so then they were just sitting on useless plastic. Because at the end of the day, they want to make money, so yeah. They probably a lot of them just returned it. But let's open this one up. Bakugan Ball. That's on me, I missed. Bakugan Ball. Whoa. Who are you? Oh, you're Diamond Gorfion Ultra. Well, Chaos Diamond Gorfion Ultra to be exact. I think for diamonds, obviously you're gonna see it when the video comes out, but I don't know if I'm just gonna show up the diamond card or I'm gonna show up both the character card and the diamond card. Obviously, like I said, by the time the video comes out, you know which one I did, but I gotta decide. This one has a B power 600. It's kind of cool when he stands, he like sits on his booty, so it's like he's an actual monkey sitting on his, because that's what I do a lot of time when they're walking. They walk on all fours, but then when they just want to sit, they just sit like that. Alright, who do we want to go into next? And let's do this one next. We're going to move on to Aquas. So first we have this one, which I think honestly out of all my Dragonoids, I think has the worst case of the head sticking out, or it's about the same as my diamond one. Because like the first couple releases of this mold, the head had an issue where it stick out a bit more. And I think later on, as they continue on, they fix the issue. But Bakugan Ball, Aquas Dragonoid stand, and yeah, this one was actually exclusive to an arena set during Battle Planet. It came with the blue arena, I do have the red arena, but I didn't get the background that came with it. With the red arena, it came with a Pyrus Phaedrus. Although I think Aqua's Dragonoid got a release later on, because I know it's part of Wave 1 as a arena pack release, but I think like Wave 3 or 4, it got released with some other backgrounds, or just as a core single, which is, you know, I'd say it's a fair trade-off. You know, like you could buy right now, like you take the chance and wait. That's always the case for all backgrounds, because I think like from year 2 and onwards they stopped that. Or it's just Dragonoid. Or it's just Dragonoid only. Because I could have sworn I saw this guy as a single, or at least with some other guys besides the arena pack. But I think for every other arena background, they only do come with the arena. We got this one right here. I'm gonna be real. I actually don't know who this one is. Like I said, I can tell 99% of them, but this is like part of that 1% which I can't tell. So I'll be just as surprised when it opens. Bakugan Ball. Oh, and that opened up off to the side, but it's Aqua's Clock Door. Okay. I don't really see the core version. I see Ultra a bit more, so I can tell what the Ultra looks like, but I don't really see the core that often. But yeah, okay, so that's pretty interesting. It's like basically the Reboot version of Tentaclear. It's a giant floating eye. What more do you want out of it? Where's your bees? Oh, it's up top on his head. Bee power 400. Alright, that's pretty cool, you know. Up next, we got this one, which I can tell what it is just because of this piece alone. That tells me what it is. Which is one of my other friends' favorite thing, because he likes crabs. He likes butterclaws. He likes other crabs from the other seasons. If you know, you know. Even his channel mascot's butterclaw, which is pretty peak in my opinion. But Bakugan Ball. Oh, I thought you were the Ultra, but you're the Core. But Aqua's Vice Rock stand, I honestly thought this was the Ultra, but it was the Core version. But yeah, pretty cool. It's basically your crab Bakugan of the Reboot. It was very interesting. Like, I do like it. I do want to try getting the Darkest one because I think that looks cool. Actually, I wonder if one of my friends has it in Darkest, because his two favorite attributes is Darkest and Aqua, so I gotta ask after this. I was not gonna follow up if it does or not, so it'll just be something you guys can wonder about. I mean, you folks. Put you back here. We got this one, which I think this one has a bit of some damage, because it looks fine up top, but then at the bottom it looks a bit murky yellow. So I think this one has a bit of, I forget the term. Oh yeah, yellowing. It has yellowing. It was kind of funny because doing 1 year Transformers figures would be yellow in an instant. But Bakugan Ball. Okay, it just picked up the core, but yeah. Diamond Serpentine stand. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Has that metallic blue, which I think they stopped doing after a while, because I think it was only like during the first, maybe even second wave, that was like metallic-y, and then it kind of swapped to solid. Because I mean, this does look metallic. But yeah, pretty cool. It's just a wyvern. If you want to know what it is, it's like a wyvern dragon. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot to show its B. B power 300. I really do want this one in Darkest. Like, I genuinely want it in Darkest. It looks cool. Basically all of them I want in Darkest at this point. Let's just show Pyrus off. Like, even though it's my second favorite and I want to try saving it for last, it's just one, so it's whatever. But we have this one right here. Might be able to tell because of that part. If not, I don't blame you. But Bakugan Ball. Whoa, okay. Ooh, I almost double called. But Pyrus Trino stand. Well, Pyrus Trino Ultra. Eh. But yeah, pretty cool. It's like only Dino Bakugan besides Trox. But I mean, apparently Ramparian's a snapping turtle, or it's a turtle of some kind. But when I saw that thing for the first time, I genuinely thought it was like a brachiosaur or some sort of sauropod. I'm like, oh, finally we can make a model dinosaur team. But then they have to say, oh no, it's a snapping turtle, so a turtle of some kind. I think it's a snapping turtle or a tortoise. But you tell me that thing is a turtle. I say it's more Baku-Sword or sauropod. But yeah, only has 2 monopods, that being its horns. I think this came with a Ventus in the battle pack. Where's your bees? No, seriously, where are your bees? Oh, it's on your foot. Okay. Bee power 400. Yeah, backline stuff wasn't too crazy. I mean, also we still got weak stuff throughout the later seasons, but you got like real weak stuff in battle plan. Honestly, because it was the beginning, so I think they were trying to find a footing between not too powerful and also not powerful. Alright, let's go into Arliss next. We got this one, which I think is Mantinoid, and I think it is. I know I got Mantinoid in my last haul, and I think this is Mantinoid. I don't know if it's exactly Arliss. I'll have to look after this video to see if I do. So then it's another duplicate along with Chaos Saturnium. Not that Center Wall. It gives me trade power in case someone wants a Chaos Saturnium or Arliss Mantinoid. I say that, but I suck at trading because it takes me forever to the post office and I can never do it. But Bakugan Ball. Ball. Alright. And yeah, it is Arliss Mantinoid stand. Like I said, I'm gonna fill up in text if I do have an Arliss Mantinoid. If not, then I say which one I did. Because I know I definitely got a Mantinoid in my last haul. If not, then I'm going very memory loss. But yeah, it's a cute little guy. Especially now, it's just a cute little guy. Alright, up next, we got this one right here. Which definitely should, like, it's definitely reusing the Titanium Core mold. Like, you can definitely see it. But, Bakugan Ball. I roll too slow because I don't know. Bakugan Ball. Whoa, okay, he did a tumble. But, oh, that's his tail. But, all this Titanium, not Titanium, you can tell because of the mold, but he double clipped. But, all this great, now I forgot the name, I said it in the palace one. Oh yeah, all his Trino stands because he shares the name of Trox. Go figure, 2 dinosaur, 1 start with a T. But it makes sense. They both start with T anyway, so they're dinosaur names. But he also has 2 monopods, that being his horns. But yeah, like I said, it shows it with Titanium for the mold. But we have all this Trino. And actually, okay, it's a little bit different because Titanium has its B power right here. But Trino has it in the back right here, so it's a little bit different. But he has B power 300, which is pretty cool. Alright, and then we have this one, which I think you can already tell just by the claws alone. And not well, it'll be opening very soon. But Bakugan Ball. Boom. All this Lupiffion stand. Yeah, all this Lupiffion. Which, to be honest, at the time I knew like Ventus and all this actually existed anyway, so it was like Chaos and no, it was either, I know Ventus existed at the time, but it was either Arliss or Chaos I knew existed. Then I didn't realize Chaos or Arliss, because there's one or the other that I knew existed and one didn't, along with Darkest that didn't exist. But I would say I picked up Darkest last time in my Baku-Haul. But yeah, pretty cool. It's just your werewolf kind of background. Alright, now we're moving on to Ventus. So first you got this one, and I'm gonna be real. I can't tell what Bakugan this is. Like, it's impossible to tell, you know. Bakugan Ball. Oh, that's who it is. I can't tell, you know. It's impossible to tell what this is, but it's Ventus Cubbo. Giant meme lord, because he always just seemed to exist. It got so funny when they made the cosplay stuff. Oh, okay, now if I did like some of the cosplay Cubbos, that's why I bought them. But yeah, B Power 300. I know it's the Arcus one actually was pretty busted, and I think it was good until like about the end of Armored Alliance, beginning of Jugon Rising. That's how good it was. Like, it's so good, it's just you had better options coming up because it was a battle plan release, so it was getting older. And since you have a hard time standing because I know based off the mold, I'm gonna have you stand on a Baku-Haul. Alright, next up we got this one, which oh wait, I think I know who this is because of that. Bakugan Ball. Yep, it's Ventus Corphion, which is probably a bit more a realistic monkey. Maybe if you get the darkest one, you could say it's like a silverback since they're black, but the back's like gray, so that's the name silver. Whoops, but see, this one is a B-Pod 300. I think I actually have a handful of Gorfions. I have an Aquas one. I think I might have a darkest one. I'll also check out this video done for open text if I do have a darkest one or not. And if I do have another Gorfion that's using a different model, I'll let you know. Because I know I got Aquas one because they came with the darkest Hydronoid deck set. So yeah, by Ventus Monkey. Oh no, Madison fell over. Stand up. Then I have this one, which I genuinely have no idea who this is. Like, I'm a bit real. Like, Cubbo is joking around because you can tell it's Cubbo because you can see his face, but this one I genuinely have no idea. But, Bakugan Ball. Ball. That time's a charm. Did you just not stand? Are you dead? I think you're just a dud in your magnet. Oh, it's Fade Ninja. Okay. I didn't realize that was and he does have some manual bits. Of course, I think it makes it look stupid, but he's supposed to be a ninja, but you can bring down his arms, which are manual, but it makes him look stupid. Well, not stupid, but it just doesn't look natural. So I just prefer to keep him in. But yeah, he's like a ninja. That's actually what he is. But B-Power 500. He's one of your few humanoid-like Bakugans. Another one I know was part of Lightning, but I forget the name of it, but I think it started with an A. The closest we got was a prototype for its release of a mold, but I never actually got a toy release. Alright, now we got this one, which, funny enough, its character card came out in Pyrus, I believe, so it's like a mix-up. I forget which one it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Ventus or Pyrus that it was his native? Because I think it was supposed to be Pyrus, but the toy got a mix-up on the coloring. But Bakugan Ball. Ventus Fangs or Stand, and now I have so many of them because I have a Darkest and an Aquas. And now I got a Diamond Ventus, but I do believe it's supposed to be native Pyrus. I'll also check after this video is done when I'm editing it to see which one's supposed to be. But this one's B-Power 400. But you know, it's pretty cool. It's like a Reboot Serpenoid and Rattlenoid. Except this one's a Cobra. Rattlenoid was a rattlesnake. Serpenoid was just your basic snake. But definitely cool one. Actually, funny story, when Reboot first started, I was deciding between Diamond Pyrus Dragonoid or Darkest Fangs or which one to pick up first, and then someone else shopping with said, get the Diamond one, it's my rare. So I did that, and lo and behold, I've not found that in retail stores throughout the whole Reboot duration, but I did find Darkest Fangs or the next time I went, so it's definitely a good decision. So it's kind of funny that Pyrus Diamond Dragonoid core was my first Reboot gun. But we got this one right here, and he has also a pretty identical shape, so you can probably tell who this is. I think I closed it wrong, but I don't really care. Bakugan Ball. That went off to the side, but Diamond Maxitor Stand. He does have some manual bits. It's its feet that are manual. Manuel. But yeah, pretty cool. He's just a centaur. I don't think he got Darkest release. I think he came in everything but Darkest. Because I know he got Chaos. You got Arliss, you got Pyrus, Ventus. I don't know if you got an Aquas one. You may not also got an Aquas one. So I'm 50-50 if you got an Aquas one, but I know you didn't get Darkest. But lastly, but not least, we're on to the Darkest boys. So first we also have this one, which I also can't tell who it is. I generally can't tell. I swear, if it's another Gorfion, I'm gonna actually lose it. But Bakugan ball, miss. Bakugan ball. Oh, it's Darkest Green Ultra. Wow, he actually looks pretty cool in Darkest. I didn't realize he got Darkest Ultra. I just thought it was like, Arlis, Chaos, and man, maybe Ventus. But yeah. Oh wait, no, not Ventus. Aquas. Yeah, Aquas, Chaos, Arlis. I just thought those were his releases. Well, maybe I'm thinking Chaos because of Pandox, because they are very similar in mold, like Titanium and Trino. But yeah, beep, 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 beep. He's like a Cyclops Golem robot. Because Battle Planet had very robot-like designs, so yeah. Up next we have this one, which I've been really wanting to get this guy in both Darkest and Pyrus. But we have, don't tell me you get that as well. Yep, you are. Oh well, but you can open fine. Yeah, when they were shipped, just to make sure they came in fine, because they were shipped in a box, they were all like rubber band, so a couple were off, so I assumed his was off, but since it's Darkest and they were like black rubber bands, it blended in well to him. But yeah, we have Darkest Zentar. Oh, I guess Zentar, but apologies if I say Zed, because we say that over here. But yeah, he's like, actually, I think Maxitor is a Minotaur and he's more of a Centaur. It's one or the other, but yeah, he's like a horse up on the bottom, but then a dude up top, and then Maxitor's just like a... No, I think Maxitor's just a battle ox, and then he's a Minotaur Centaur, because I know that's what Maxitor is. But yeah, he does have one manual bit, which is his blade, but like I said, we want to get this in... Well, I already have it in Darkest, so I just want to get a Pyrus. But not good enough for Maxitor is actually fused together. Alright, and then we have this one. Who are you? Oh wait, I don't know, you like too smooth. Bakugan ball. Okay, where's your magnet? Right there. Bakugan ball. Okay, that was on me. I rolled too softly. Ball. Alright, Darkest Scorpio Stand. Ooh, our Scorpion. It's basically a reboot version of Stinglash. But yeah, pretty cool. Actually, funny enough, I think we might have got to Invented Scorpios, but for Aquas and Pies, I don't think we got releases. I know they were planned, like at least Pies one was planned, but I don't even think the Aquas one was planned. But yeah, pretty cool is our Scorpion. It's just a little guy. But B-Power 400, I do believe he got re-released as Darkest for a Mythic release for the Wave 2 of Mythics, I think. I know there was definitely a Scorpio's re-release, but it's either in Darkest Ventus or Chaos. But I'm not sure on Darkest or Chaos. But yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. And our last one for the haul. We have this one. Bakugan, bro. Whoa, Darkest Diamond Phaedra Stand. Whoa, that actually looks pretty. Like, I know diamonds are supposed to look pretty, but I don't really care for them. I think you have manual back legs, I think. Do you? It's hard to tell because you have diamond. Nope, I think you're just solid plastic. But yeah, it's like a... I think it's supposed to be... I think Phaedra's is like a more... It's supposed to be more accurate to like the... To like an Eastern / Chinese dragon, because they're more long and slender. But yeah, like I said, you can get this one as Pyrus if you get the Red Arena, which I have, but just in bit, not the Phaedrus, but it's like whatever. But actually, apparently with the Ultra version, it's the only way to get it as Darkest if you get it in the Diamond, because then we got a Darkest Solid release. But yeah, Phaedrus looks cool. But I think it sucks gameplay wise. Bring back the key card. Dink. Well, there's a sound going off in the background. They realized how fire this Baku-Haul was. Of course, it's probably an ambulance when we get too many police and fire truck alarms. But that's been a look at this Baku-Haul. I'd like to thank you folks for watching this Baku-Haul. If you folks see anything that you like, please let me know in the comments down below, or just leave a comment in general. And subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop a new video /short/stream. But until next time, toodles.